You are having a look at the rope and you deem that it is a serpent and you get afraid. That is the Bhranti Darshana. There are many similes. This is one example. The next one is the Alabdha Bhumikatva. Samadhi Bhumeha Alabhaha Alabdha Bhumikatva. The path to the attainment of Samadhi is prescribed, but you are not able to catch it. You are not able to grasp and appreciate the necessity of those avenues. That is Alabdha Bhumikatva. Even after knowing it, if you are not able to tread the path suggested and prescribed by the elders, then you are facing an obstacle called Alabdha Bhumikatva. The next one is Anavasthitatva. Somehow you are treading a path, but you are not able to keep yourself fastened to that path. Suppose Swamiji says, okay, from this day onwards, for your betterment, you need to do the Dattastava Parayana 10 times every day. First, not finding time to do the Parayana is the Alabdha Bhumikatva. You say, I don't have the text of Dattastava and no one has taught me properly and I cannot read Samskrita or Telugu or English. These are the Alabdha Bhumikatva. The next one, Anavasthitatva, is, okay, somehow Swamiji has got you one brochure containing the Dattastava and Swamiji also finds a teacher for you, or your parents will teach you, or your spouse will teach you. You start something, Anavasthitatva, but you will not be finding your feet there. You do it one day, 3 times, oh, my office time is coming up, or there is a TV serial coming up, I have a phone call to attend. These are the vikshepas they call. These are the waverings, distractions that affect your mind. These are the 10 obstacles that impede our progress in life. So, we need to get all of them. And not only this, they have got some wonderful consorts. That's what this says. Vikshepa Sahabhavaha. We have got already 10 important obstacles which are actually hampering our progress. They also have some side effects. What are they? Dukkha, Daurmanasya, Anga Mejayatva, Shvasa, Prashvasaha. What are the side effects of these feelings? Because these are all mental feelings. These mental feelings have physical reflections in the form of dukkha, sorrow. Daurmanasya, you say, I don't have a good mind now. It's unsound mind, Daurmanasya. Anga Mejaya, the body is shivering, it is trembling, it is not able to do anything. The fourth one is the Shvasa, Prashvasa. You are having heavy breathing because you are tense and you have too much stress. These are the 5 side effects directly related to the states, the 10 states of mind. Then what should you do to get rid of all these things? Since we know what is the problem, now we need to find out the way to get rid of these problems. For that, Patanjali Maharshi gives us a good example. Tat pratishedhartham ekatattva abhyasaha. So this is the main topic of our discussion. Tat pratishedhartham. To ban all these mental afflictions, you have to practice the ekatattva abhyasa. Abhyasa is the practice. You have to practice on a solitary element, solitary object. That is key to everything. When you say, I have a problem with my hand, you attend to this. Then what will happen? You'll have a pain in the leg. Then vice versa, there will be so many things which are actually drawing the attention of the mind. So what you need to do? Eka Tattva Abhyasa. Let us analyze this example. You are having severe pain in the hand. You are not able to lift it. But when you are deeply immersed watching a movie, you will forget that pain momentarily. That is the Ekatattva Abhyasa's effect. If your mind is totally, when you ask a doctor, he will say, what is a pain? Can you express a pain? How do you experience? You can only experience it. How do you, doctor gives us, or Dr. Phanishri always gives us a painkiller. What will happen? Is the root cause eliminated? No. The, the receptor of the pain is numbed. That is the way to reduce the pain. So medicine takes care of this aspect of numbing the pain by delinking the receptor of pain. When the sensation from the pain is not reaching your brain, you think that pain has reduced. But whereas the root cause remains the same. So, ekatattva abhyasa means your mind should be focused on one object without fail, without any interruption. Then you will get over these afflictions. What could be that one object? That is the next question. Chittam tasya sarvameva chittam ekagram nastyeva vikshiptam. Yadi punaridam sarvatah prajahritya ekasminnarthe samadhiyate tada bhavati ekagram ityatah na pratyartha nigatam. This object can be different for everyone. It can't be the same for everyone. It would be different for everyone, for each individual. Tasmat ekam anekartham avasthitancha chittam. Yaske chittaske avasthitaske idam shastrena parikarma nirdishkete tat katham. Anekartham avasthitancha chittam. The mind gets drawn to various topics, various issues. It is not actually the same for everyone. Then, how do you control the mind? He gives out a series of examples and solutions. This is the first solution. Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Apunya Vishayanam, Bhavanataha, Chitta Prasadanam. The mind should be calmed. It should feel the bliss which is innate. How does it happen? Tatta sarva pranishu sukha sambhoga panneshu maitrim bhavayeta. Okay. The first solution is, if you see someone happy, try to establish a relationship with him, with her. Once you share the same feeling, that's what your Facebook does. There is a status column which says that I am feeling happy, I am feeling excited, I am feeling annoyed, I am feeling anxious. What are you actually doing? You are sharing your anguish or happiness with others. When you establish your relationship with someone who is actually going through a great phase of life, such as happiness, such as some excitement not in the neither side, it's on the better side, on a positive side. If you have such relationship with someone who is actually better equipped and who is happy, naturally the reflection of happiness comes to your mind. So that is the first solution. So instead of looking at something which is actually horrible or a horror or sorrowful, sad, just desist from it and first try to establish the good relationship, robust relationship with someone who is always happy, such as Swamiji. He requires no reason to be happy. If you see Swamiji alone, you say, if you are alone, what you do? Oh, everyone has left me. I am alone. I am a loner. And that is a cause of sorrow for you. Whereas, for elevated souls, for great Mahatmas like Swamiji, what will happen? Even if he is happy, he is even more happier. Why? Because he has the reason to be happy. So, the best thing in our lives should be to connect to such people, establish a good connection with them, so that we share immediately their share of happiness. So then, that is the first reason to be happy. And chitta prasadanam, that's the ultimate thing. The pleasant nature of the mind should always be preserved at all costs. For that, this is the first solution. Then immediately you will ask, okay, if I am always connecting with who is happy, then what should happen to the underprivileged? Actually, God has given me so many privileges. I am doing very well. But at times, what will happen? I will have some affliction in my mind, or I may not have. But there are many people who are lesser advantaged than me. Should I just leave them alone? Should I ban them from my premises, from my mind? No. What should you do? Karuna, compassion, empathy. Compassion towards the lesser advantaged people. That is the second solution. If you are always happy, that is also not sufficient for your mind. You should have the nature to develop empathy towards someone. If someone is really having a high fever, you don't say anything. You may not be the doctor. You might not have the medicine itself. You can just have a free few words. They're free actually. Priyavakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti jantavah tasmat tadeva vaktavyam vachaneka daridrata. There is no dearth. There is no poverty in speech. You just have the best of your words reserved for them. Just don't scold them. Oh, you had eaten all these things. You had eaten rot. You had wandered outside. You had soaked in the rain. That is, you are suffering. You should suffer. Don't curse them. Have a word of compassion with them. That would actually elevate their minds, their mental state. They feel comforted. So try to comfort people who are afflicted. This is the second one called the karuna. The Vyasabhashka says, Dukhiteshu karunam. One who is afflicted, who is sorrowful, then have a word of compassion with them. Share the empathy. That's very important. This third one, Punyatmakeshu muditam. Mudita is be happy. If Balaswamiji is conducting a Abhishekam, you just be happy. Wow, what is such a great event happening. I am really lucky to be part of it. Once you have that, mudita means one who has that happiness in mind. The first one is that they are actually happy and you are sharing it. The difference between the first state and the third solution is that they are actually not catering to your need. They are actually not attending to you. They are doing something very great. But just having a thought about it, you are getting happy. Swamiji always says that Srinatha Charanadvandvam Yasyandishi Virajate Taskei Dishaya Namaskuryat. Swamiji always says, okay, my Sadguru is doing such a great deed on this day. When you think about it, about the karma itself, you get that benefit. This is the part of the thought process called the mudita. Mudita means sharing the happiness, feeling the happiness in spite of their being not available to you. If you just see some very good souls who are doing the great works, you just enjoy them. That enjoyment will lead you to the good happiness. That is the mudita. The next one, it is not that the life is a bed of roses. We will have thorns always. If you see a rose, the stem has many thorns. If you just splash the roses along with the petals, it might happen that the stem laden with the thorns would also prick you. When you go alongside the road, you will see wonderful scenery, but you will also go through some slum areas. And probably you will see a temple on your path, and you might see a bar or a place of sin en route. What should be a reaction? Upeksha. Just ignore it. Unless you are totally capable of reforming anything, don't venture out. Swamiji always says the advent of Dharmakirti in Dattadarshana. There is a classic example. Dharmakirti was a great king. He had the benefit of direct Upadesha from Dattatreya. Swami Dattatreya had very rarely taken time to give Upadesha to a king.